In just a quarter of an hour, one of Britain's most cherished television personalities would make history. After 2 decades of graceful broadcasting, Allison Hammond would do the unthinkable. Order a guest off her set, not with her trademark polite smile, but with a voice shaking with raw, palpable anger, live in front of millions. The real mystery wasn't what finally pushed her over the edge that morning. It was how she had held her composure for so long. The world of morning TV runs on a familiar recipe: cheerful sets, gentle chats, and celebrity charm. For years, the This Morning studio had been the picture-perfect stage for this delicate ballet. But on this unassuming Tuesday, someone was about to tear up the script. As the opening music faded and the cameras panned, Allison appeared, her radiant energy filling the room. What a treat we have for you now. An actress, an activist, and yes, the former Duchess of Sussex. Please give a warm welcome to Meghan Markle. Meghan entered with calculated poise, every hair in place, her outfit a masterpiece, her smile calibrated for the lens. Allison moved for a warm embrace, but was met only with a cool, professional handshake. The moment was brief, but its chill was unmistakable. Allison's smile wavered for a heartbeat before she beamed again, guiding her guest to the sofa. Meghan, it's a genuine pleasure to have you with us. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for the invitation. It's certainly interesting to be back in the UK. Interesting, not delightful, not a pleasure, just interesting. Allison chuckled, skillfully sidestepping the frosty tone. We're thrilled to have you. You've been a whirlwind of activity, new ventures, high-profile events. You're constantly in the news. What has been capturing your focus lately? Meghan settled into the cushions, crossing her legs with an air of deliberate elegance. My focus has been on purpose, on using my platform to steer the conversation away from tabloid noise and toward issues that hold real weight. That has always been my true north. The words were polished, but carried a subtle, sharp edge. Dermot nodded, adjusting the cue cards in his hands. And this new series we're hearing whispers about? Can you give us a glimpse? Absolutely. It's about creating a space for authentic storytelling, for narratives that are raw and real, free from the distortion of sensational soundbites. It's a concept I've become intimately familiar with. A nervous titter mixed with uneasy shifting in the audience. Allison pressed on, her tone warm. It sounds incredibly empowering, but our viewers also have a natural curiosity about you. Your life in California, your family, how you find harmony. Are you happy in this new chapter? Meghan's lips curved into a smile that didn't touch her eyes. Happiness isn't a passive state, Allison. It's a conscious choice. And I've made mine. A smattering of confused applause echoes in the studio. And Harry, the public adores seeing you together, but you're both pursuing separate projects now. How do you make it all work? Meghan's posture stiffened. It's fascinating, isn't it? When a man has a career independent of his wife, it's just called work. For us, it's suddenly a balancing act. Harry and I are two individuals with our own professions. We manage. It's really not that complex. The air grew thick. Allison's laugh was a little too bright. A fair point. I only ask because people care so deeply, especially about your beautiful children. How are Archie and Lily settling in? Meghan's jaw tightened. My children are not topics for a morning talk show, Allison. They are off limits. A heavy silence fell. Dermot quickly intervened. We completely understand. Let's change direction. There's been talk about your Netflix negotiations, with reports of a requested budget increase. What's your response to that, Meghan? She let out a short, cold laugh. It's a classic double standard. A man who negotiates his worth is a strategic leader. A woman who does the same is labeled demanding. I'm not interested in small change, Dermot. I expect my value to be recognized. The audience was utterly still. Allison raised her brows. Let's talk about the topic on everyone's mind. You've been vocal in the past about the monarchy, describing it as an outdated institution. Do those feelings still hold? Meghan didn't blink. A long history doesn't pardon harm, Allison. I don't romanticize systems that cause people pain. The studio was plunged into an uncomfortable, profound quiet. Allison exhaled slowly, her smile still in place, but a new fire was kindling behind her eyes. What followed was a masterclass in tension. Every attempt by Dermot to lighten the mood was met with a razor-sharp retort. When Allison gently noted that Meghan's work often centered on her personal narrative, Meghan fired back. When men make art from their pain, they win awards. When women do it, we're called self-absorbed. The issue isn't my story, it's a biased audience. When asked about Prince Harry, her tone turned icy. Harry is not public property, a trinket for Britain to reminisce over. He is a man, my husband, and he is flourishing without the relentless media glare. The final straw came during a discussion on privacy. Peace doesn't mean vanishing, Meghan stated with disdain. It means setting boundaries. If the public finds that confusing, it's because they're accustomed to women who are seen and not heard. The audience murmured, divided. Allison's famous composure finally shattered. Meghan, she said, her voice low and steady but vibrating with intensity. No one is asking for your silence, but the contempt you've shown today, dismissing every question, belittling your hosts, that isn't strength, it's sheer arrogance. Arrogance, Allison? Or is it that a confident woman who doesn't placate the public makes you uncomfortable? That's enough. Allison's voice rose, clear and commanding, cutting through the studio. Don't you dare mistake basic respect for oppression. I have built a career championing women. What I will not champion is disrespect and a total lack of grace on my show. Dermot tried to interject, but Allison was a force of nature. You criticize the institution that gave you this global platform, Meghan. Let's be perfectly clear. Without that title, you wouldn't be here commanding Netflix deals and international headlines. You leveraged the crown's prestige, and now you scorn the very hand that elevated you. The studio erupted. Meghan's face flushed with fury. How dare you? My marriage is built on love. Then why does it look like you've built a brand on the back of your husband's legacy? Harry was a man the world respected, and now he's a footnote in your personal crusade. You speak of independence, but every opportunity was unlocked by his name. Meghan stood abruptly, ripping her microphone away. This is an ambush, a disgrace. No, Meghan, Allison declared, her voice resolute and final. This is the truth. You have been condescending, dismissive, and utterly disrespectful to our audience and this program. This interview is over. We will not provide a platform for this any longer. As Meghan stormed off the set, the slam of the door echoed the finality of the moment. Allison turned to the camera, her expression a mix of regret and resolve. To everyone at home, I am sorry for what you just witnessed. That was not the conversation we intended to have. But sometimes live television holds up an unflinching mirror, and today it showed a true reflection. The clip would ignite the internet, becoming one of the most explosive moments in British television history. The question was no longer if Allison was right, but what took the world so long to see what she saw? If this story had you on the edge of your seat, don't stop here. Show your support with a like. It takes just a second, but helps us immensely. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our breakdowns of the most explosive celebrity confrontations and the stories everyone is whispering about. We want to hear from you. Was Allison justified, or did she cross a line? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. Share this with a friend who lives for high-stakes drama, because moments like these are why we do what we do. Stay tuned and stay dramatic.